My mom's name was Darlene Sieben. She was born in Bracebridge, Ontario, March 25th, 1956, to John and Elizabeth Wallace. She had five sisters, a half brother, and a brother with no one in the and her sisters were found by my adopted grandmother. Her parents, John and Elizabeth, left them in the house by themselves. My mother was found in a shoebox. Uh, then my adopted grandmother, Maple Stickland, she adopted my mother and my one of my aunts temporarily, and she made sure that all of them had a home to go to and that they were adopted. Adopted by Maple Stickland and Everett Stickland when she was 6 months old, and she had two adopted brothers, Gerald and Donald. When I was about 10 years old, my mother and I were at my adopted uncle's house with my adopted grandma, and she found out by accident that she was adopted. After that, she left me about a couple months, I think, I can't exactly remember when. After she found out she was adopted, my grandmother stepped in and she took care of me. My mother suffered really bad from mental health issues, and that is why she left. She just kind of spiraled with her mental health, and that led to her decision to leave. When I was, I would say, about 16 or maybe a little younger, she tried to commit suicide for the first time, and then after that, she tried 6 times after the first time, and she was admitted into the mental ward. Um, my grandmother and I would go visit her, and we would take her out because she was allowed to go on a day pass, but she did really struggle for her whole life with mental health. My mom was dating a guy who is a complete loser, was a loser. She lived with him maybe 14 or 15 years, I'm not sure. I lost contact with her due to her mental health. I wanted to talk to her, but she didn't talk to me. Because of her boyfriends and my family, being her brother and his wife, she didn't really get the help she needed. She ended up having cancer, which got her in the end, combined with the mental health issues. And if her mental health issues were under control, then she would have continued treatment for her cancer. She did go for chemotherapy. A friend did take her to the appointments, but she didn't make it to her what would have been her last appointment. In August of 2022, I found out that my mom was in hospital in Peterborough, and she had suffered from a massive stroke. And my mom died August 6th, 2022. A few days after she died, I started to struggle really bad with my own mental health. It spiraled out of control, not because she died, but because it was a traumatic event. Um, and I would say I always suffered from mental health issues. It does um, trickle down from family. It is hereditary, but most importantly, it is very critical that you take care of your mental health. If you are suffering from any mental health issues, that you seek help. And it's not a joke, and that you should take it very seriously, because as you can tell by my story, it can take your life if you are not in control and you do not seek the proper medical help for it.
Are you or someone you know suffering from mental health issues? On the screen is resources available 24/7.